Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a Facebook and YouTube live update on this Tuesday night. Hope everybody's evening is going well. So far, so good, as far as I'm concerned anyway. All quiet out there after another day with unseasonably warm air. Yesterday we made it into the low 60s. Today, a couple of spots making it into the low 70s. As I posted on my Facebook, YouTube page, Facebook and Twitter earlier. Normally, Chris, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. As I posted a little bit earlier, normally it would be like, wow, we had a 70-degree day today. But it's our third. The first one, of course, coming in late February, which set a new record. And then we tied a record earlier this month. So it's our third time that we've been in the 70s, not even talking about all the 60s that we've had. It's just sort of like the same old story, and that is that this uncommonly warm winter just continues to chug right along. Kathy, hello to you. Happy Tuesday to you too. And Sturgis, thanks for checking in. Thanks very much, Greg. I appreciate it very much. There's no need to go to Fort Myers like you usually do, right? Not when we're at 70 degrees here. Save your money. But we do have some changes coming. Next week, just give you a little preview. Next week, I think you might be thinking more about Fort Myers or any of those other places down south. Sharon, also in Sturgis, thanks. Hello, St. Joe County, in the house. Nancy in Galesburg. Tina, hello to you. And Marty in Denver, you got a blizzard tomorrow. That's right. You have a whopper of a storm coming through there. You got to let us know tomorrow how it's doing, and I hope you're okay out there. In the Rockies, thanks for holding down we'll call it the 5,280-foot Bureau. You know what that means, right? Let's see. Grace, any snow soon? Maybe next week. Maybe, but that's a big maybe. I'll get into that coming up. In the meantime, all the way through the weekend into early next week, no, I don't think so. Connie, if I had the choice, I will take the thanks. I will take the thanks for that. Jerry, hello to you. A beautiful day today for sure. Shannon, you are right, and I hope you're having a good evening. It's Taco Tuesday. Mike, thanks for being here to remind us all. I didn't have tacos today, I got to tell you. Barbara, hello to you. Had heard birds singing, and you love the sound. It's so great. It's so great. It sounds better to me when it's April or May, whenever it's a little later into the season, but I love it. Ryan, good for you getting some of that outdoor work done. Bob, hello to you. And Twin Lake, thanks for being here. Craig, the weather tomorrow is going to be just like today. I think a little more cloud cover. But otherwise, that's about it. Quincy, hello to you in Battle Creek. Leslie, grilled out tonight. Excellent use of the warmer temperatures, that's for sure. Shar says, no more snow. Well, we have to wait and see about that. I do think we'll get some next week. The question is, will it be a lot? And right now, I don't think so. Hey, Joe, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well, Joe. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate that. Mike took a good walk outside for sure. Chris got 61 degrees, nice weather in Almena. And Robert, Chesterland, Ohio, 66 today. You know what, Robert? We had the 70s here. We were in the low 70s. Jen, hello to you. By the way, I called on Friday, but I think I called after your office closed. So I've got your number written down in the calendar, so I'll make a call on that tomorrow. Barb, good evening to you. Hello, Colin, in the house. Awesome weather today for sure. Melinda, hello in Battle Creek. Marty, thanks for checking in. In Coldwater, hello, Branch County. And Mike, hey, Mike. I haven't heard from you for a while either. Thanks. I hope all is going well for you, Mike. And I hope that you're getting some storm chasing in, although, it's been a little bit thin here, I guess. We did get some action a couple of weeks ago, right? I let my computer log out. Let me go back just a bit, and then we'll get right to it. You see what's on the agenda here. Crystal, good evening to you too. Melinda, beautiful day in Battle Creek and all around West Michigan. Let's see if this will let me do this. There we go. One more May Day. The reason I call it a May Day is because like today, when we were in the low 70s, it felt like the month of May, right? It felt like the month of May, and it's typical. 71 degrees in Kalamazoo today. That's typical of the month of May, of early May. Robin, day was beautiful. Crocus are blooming. Daffodils are sprouting. Next week, it's going to be colder. I'm going to tell you about that coming up in just a little bit. And so we're going to have to deal with that, I think. Chris, I did not, but I will look at it. I'm assuming it's online. Cal, hello to you. And I'll have to already start to pick out some dates. I know you don't believe me, But this year is going to be different. You'll see. All right, one more May Day. We got to get rain gear ready because later this week we'll have some rain, tumbling temps, meaning a much cooler week next week. Okay, so we have several weather stories to talk about here. Let's talk temps first. I think that's first on the agenda. I think that's the most important thing. Right now, 63 degrees. Right now, 63 degrees in Kalamazoo. Look, if you had had $100 to bet, you could have made $1 million. Well, maybe not literally. But if you would have bet on temperatures in the 60s, at 9:10 in the evening on March 12th. All right, it's just so crazy. I got it, Chris. Thanks. I will go there. Thanks. I'll check it out. But we're still very mild, a little bit cooler. Sturgis, Three Rivers, Coldwater Way than it is, say, in Battle Creek and Kalamazoo and Allegan. South Haven and Hastings still hanging into the low 60s right now. We're up about, for the most part, 2 to 6, 7 degrees. Up 9 in Fremont, 7 in Big Rapids. Margarita, hello to you. I'll check it out, Chris. I'll take a look at it. Thanks, though, for if I have any problems, I promise I'll let you know. Tina in Kalamazoo, thank you so much. Tim, Tigers' first game of the season is at the end of March in Chicago. You know what that means. Come on. Is there a better barometer or predictor, a better predictor of snowy cold weather than the Tigers opening game? Certainly at Tiger Stadium. So they're going to be opening at the White Sox. Okay, that'll be interesting, Tim. Thanks for that. Listen, that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. Mike, hello to you. I'll have to post. I don't think I posted that pic you sent me of the ISS. I'll have to get on that. Maritza, hello. All right, you see how we're up for the most part from yesterday, which, of course, was out dramatically from the day before. Here's a look at those highs. 71 today in Kalamazoo, 70 in GR, 70 in Battle Creek. And areas that didn't hit 70 got doggone close to it. Looking at you there. Charlotte in the state capital in Marshall. Okay, even along the lakeshore, South Haven and Holland in the middle 60s. Jeff, another nice day for sure. The big question, can we sustain it? Look how our temperature, again, this isn't even news now because it is just off the charts. Now, today's temperature hasn't been plotted yet. Today's high temperature hasn't been plotted yet on this graphic. And if and when it does get plotted, it's going to be coming in at 71. It's going to be coming in at 27 degrees warmer than average. 27 degrees warmer than average. And just look at those numbers on the very bottom of this graphic where it says departure from normal. Look at that. On Monday the 14th, up 31. Sunday, 28 degrees above. Yesterday, 18 degrees above. Today will be 24 degrees. Will be 27 degrees warmer than normal. Just crazy. And going back the last couple of weeks, we've only had one day where we were cooler than average. And really, we've only had one 8-day period this calendar year that we've had colder than average temperatures. And that was the third week of January. Remember, we had that big winter storm that came in. We had an Arctic blast. We had lake effect snow. And it was like, okay, now here comes winter. And then boom, since then, almost exclusively, those white dots on the map have been well above average. You know what, Mike? I'll take you up on that. I know. Chris is saying, yeah, he says that to me too. But I will. And Jen says that to me too. I will. I'll do that. And get a look at maybe we can catch some towering cumulus clouds. Hopefully not, because we want some good weather for a game over there. Damien, good evening to you. I am doing well, and I hope you are too. Larry, Newton Township in the house. Larry, thanks for checking in. Pam, loving the weather. I agree with that. Barb, you know what? It could definitely snow in April and May. Ben, Thursday's warm front, you bet. I think, Ben, it's going to be interesting not only for the setup for any kind of storms, but also where is that cold air and warm air, and where is the difference between the two going to be? As you know, where that front decides to plant itself is going to make a huge difference, maybe even a 15 or 20 degrees from the temperature. That's going to be fun. I don't know if you've been watching, right, some of the short-range model forecast temperatures. They're all over the place from model run to model run. So we'll definitely stay in touch, Ben, on that one, and maybe some storm chasing, although if you're going to be doing that, you're probably going to be heading south and west, right? Because it looks like Illinois is going to be more of a place to go. Marcia, thank you so much. And it's always good to see you here. I appreciate it very much. Sherry, hello to you from Indiana. Hello to all Hoosiers in the house. And Bill, thank you so much. Listening to the spring pepper tree frogs. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Bill. Thanks for that reminder of the spring and summer season, too. Graham, good evening in Battle Creek. All right, you look at our high temperatures here. We are going to be stepping down tomorrow. Okay, you might be thinking, hey, Keith, why, if we are at 70 today in some spots, GR, Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, why not tomorrow? Here's why. I think that we'll probably have a couple of degrees off because of the cloud cover. I think we're going to be more cloudy tomorrow. There could be a passing shower, though I don't have a lot of faith in that. But I do think increased cloud cover is a reason to say we might not get up to that 70-degree mark. But I've been wrong before, that's for sure. Yesterday, I didn't think we'd get there today. I knew that it was possible, but I'll tell you what, these warmer patterns that we've had have been overperforming the models constantly. I mean, just consistently. And so if you go with that rationale, then you would say, okay, I know the what we call the blended model is going with 68. Hit up a couple more degrees on there. So we'll see. Upper 60s, low 70s. It doesn't matter. You get the point. Now, Thursday, we have rain coming in, maybe a thunderstorm or two. Some of them could be stronger. We'll have to keep an eye on that. As I was talking to Ben a little bit earlier, it depends on where we're going to lay that stationary front out, sort of draped across the area during the day and night on Thursday. Then cooler air does start to prevail on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And wait till you see next week. It's going to be getting colder as well. Connie, give us, wouldn't that be nice? Now, come on. Would it not be mean of Mother Nature to give us this kind of weather today, and then when Easter comes, to dump something that is maybe less pleasant on us? So we'll cross our fingers for that. Beth Ann, hello to you. I did get to enjoy it, and I hope you did too. Alana, good evening to you. Lynn, hello. That's what I thought. Well, it'll be interesting to see, Ben, wherever you are there. In fact, watch this map here that I got here. This is the convective outlook for Thursday. This is what Ben there you see on our chat room is talking about as he chases storms. He's going to be down in central Illinois and Indiana. And you can see where the greater risk for severe weather. Risk level 1 is a marginal risk. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, this is for Thursday. You could argue, I guess it does sort of nick Berrien County, let's say. But substantially, as you can see, it's in western Indiana, all of Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, with a chunk of western Illinois, southeast Iowa, and Missouri in a slight risk area. We're going to get some thunderstorms. We could Thursday. And if we do, then I'll show it Thursday night. I guarantee you. There's nothing out there to show right now, though. Let me show you what is going to be happening as we go hour by hour. All right, I'm starting the clock tomorrow morning. Notice we do have a little bit more cloud cover. There's some hints that we could have a sprinkle or two. An isolated shower or two, not out of the question. Like I said, I'm sort of discounting that and I just don't have a lot of faith in that. But notice our forecast model here is going with upper 60s for highs. And again, you're going to see more cloud cover. And with a little bit more of a stout wind coming directly off the lake, that's why you're seeing those cooler temperatures. For example, South Haven and Benton Harbor tomorrow, each at 58. Carol, hello to you in Sturgis. Thanks for being here. Cal, I hope April brings consistent warmer weather. Well, it should, right? It should, climatologically speaking, but what does that mean, right? We have been breaking all the climatological rules so far, certainly since February 1st, that's for sure. Now, in our hour by hour, notice tomorrow night, this would be 26 hours from right now, that we'll be dealing with some showers and maybe some thunderstorms. I think the better chances coming in here on Thursday. Notice a late morning into the afternoon, we have a couple of chances for showers and thunderstorms that'll be crossing the bow. It just depends. There's going to be a frontal boundary that's going to be draped right over our vicinity. And depending on where it decides to plant itself, we could be much, much cooler on Thursday. By the way, there are hints that we could maybe only be in the low to mid 50s. Right now, I'm going with the blended model, which is hanging out around 60. I could be 10 degrees off on that. So that's a little bit of a bugaboo there for the forecast. And that will also have something to say about any chances for stronger storms. We say cooler on the cooler side of that. I don't think we have as much of a chance. And then talking about going south into Indiana or over to Illinois, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in the warmer sector there. Shane, hello to you. In Comstock and Marcia, yeah, I think we'll get some sun. I don't think we'll get as much as today, but I do think that we'll get some sunshine. Let's talk 7-day. So we'll call it partly sunny, mostly cloudy, going back and forth. You could call it variably cloudy, and what is that? Just sort of a mix of some sun, some clouds going back and forth. That's tomorrow, I think. There are the showers and thunderstorm threat coming in there for Thursday. I think we'll bleed over a few morning showers on Friday. Otherwise, just cloudy and cooler. For the weekend, I think we see a mix of sun and clouds on Saturday. It gets cooler for St. Pat's Day, which is on Sunday. And then next week, I think that we're going to have some much cooler air. Not cold. Cold by the standards that we've been setting lately, which are ridiculous. Ryan, spring is coming up next week. You're right. But as I look ahead at some little longer range product here, next Monday and Tuesday in particular, I think is going to be on the colder side. And I think we could have highs only in the 30s Monday with a little bit of snow. But I'll tell you what, the snow doesn't look too impressive on Monday. Just looking right now, the snow doesn't look all that impressive on Monday. But for those who are saying, are we done with snow? I would say, no, we're not. Well, first of all, no, we're not, because it's still mid-March. But even looking here at the model data, no, we're not. I think we'll see some snow, but it doesn't mean, when I say we're going to see some snow, it certainly doesn't mean that we're going to be out there plowing and shoveling. For you plow guys out there, no need to put that plow back on. Not yet. That's for sure. Okay. Oh, I know. No, I hear you there. That was crazy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jen. I got my fair weather friends in here who come in here all the time for my Facebook Lives, and I appreciate that. Sherry. Well, there you go. Sherry from Belleville. Thanks for checking in over there on the east side of the state. I appreciate it very much. Don't forget, by the way, if you did tune into this late, you can always go back and watch it, which sometimes it might even help you out if you're having a hard time falling asleep late at night. You can go back and watch my Facebook Live. That was a little joke, I hope. Good evening to you, Joanne and Damien. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I'm at 16 and a half minutes. That's a minute and a half further than or longer than I wanted to go. So thanks for hanging with me. Bill, hopefully I have a longer growing season. Oh, for those giant pumpkins. Hey, if you've got some giant pumpkins growing, I want to see them. I'd like to see those, see how they turn out. Mike, thank you very much. And Dan, get that rain to drop the fire danger. We're going to have some of that Thursday. By the way, how much, if you're wondering, I didn't even deal with that, and I should have. How much rain are we looking at? Yesterday, I was saying that we were looking at probably about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. I still think that's on the money. Let's see, 2741. Yeah, I still think anywhere between a half an inch and an inch. It still sounds good. And we need the moisture. We could use some moisture for sure. Connie, we are way ahead on our lawn work. Good for you. Good for you. Been able to get some of that lawn cleaning in. Susan, tell them all they're in Portage. I said hello. I appreciate it very much. Joanne says we need another day like today. You get one tomorrow. Hello to you, Holly. Can we just go straight to summer? It's almost like we have, right? Today was like May. And Sherry, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate that very much. And thanks for being here. All right, everybody. I'm 2.5 minutes past when I said I would get off here. So thank you again for being here. We do. That's right, Marcia. We had a lack of snow, and also we didn't have the snowpack. And so that means that there's more evaporation. The soil's not holding on to as much of that because there's no snowpack. Hello to you, Kim. Thanks for checking in. And so that's a second reason why we really are dry, and we certainly could use some rain. So you see on the 7-day, our chances for rain are pretty high on Thursday into Friday morning, then cloudy and turning cooler. But I think a decent weekend, and St. Pat's Day doesn't look too bad, but I think it will be getting colder with some light snow, underlying light snow possible, I think, coming in here on Monday. Daffodils are in full bloom. Holly, I hope we're going to have some colder air. Good night to you, Damien. Thanks. We're going to have some sub-freezing temperatures. Next week is going to be much colder. And so anything that's budding out or coming out a little bit early is probably not going to fare well on that. Ryan, my yard's greening up as well. Barb, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate that. All right, everybody, have a good night. Don't forget, I'm live at 10 on ARC West Michigan. I'm live at 11 on News Channel 3. I know. Can you imagine, David, if we had let's talk about we're in early July when our typical highs are around 83, 84. If we were 25 degrees warmer than average, that would be historic. So hopefully we won't go there. Good night to you too, Sherry. Thanks. You're predicting snow on Easter, Karen. Okay. It's something to put down. We'll write it down on the bingo card. You're right, Barb. Some of those trees are already coming out. I'm live at 10 on the ARC West Michigan, live at 11 on the Mothership News Channel 3. Don't forget, I am on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Threads and Instagram at Weatherman Keith, at lowercase, all one word, Weatherman Keith. Hope to see you there. Check in with me there from time to time and stop by and say hello. Feel free. Also, don't forget, tomorrow morning, it's Colin Rogers back in the saddle again with, he's in for Jeff, who's working on some special project work that has something to do with our weather special that we're going to be presenting later on this month. I'll have more on that coming up. We're in the throes of working on it right now. So look for Colin in the morning from 4:30 to 9 a.m. with live weather updates. I'll be back at 5:30, and 6, and we'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Some frost on the Leprechaun could be, yeah, some frost, but, you know, it's still a pretty friendly forecast for the Leprechaun. I mean, if we hit 43 in the afternoon, that'll be maybe a couple of degrees shy of what's typical, but not too far off the mark. Antho, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Thanks for checking in from Whitehall. Represent up there in Whitehall. Glenn, hello to you as well. All right, everybody. Hey, we made it past Tuesday. You know what? Tomorrow is hump day. By the time we talk tomorrow night, we're more than halfway through the week, and we are going to be setting sail for the weekend. So get some good rest. I hope you have a great Wednesday. If I don't see you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow night for Facebook and YouTube Live. Thanks again, everybody.